Good morning, viewers. My name is Frank Mudia. You are welcome yet again to another edition of My Opinion on Clevenard TV. Our topic today will border on the states of the nation, and we'll be having or seeing a case study of infrastructural developments in Igueben local government area, all of Edo State. We meet in the studio to discuss on this issue. I have a perfect gentleman in the house in the person of Honorable Harrison Akahome. Honorable, you're welcome to the program.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good to have you in the house.
The pleasure is mine.
You're welcome. Could you please introduce yourself to our teaming audience?
Oh, thank you. By the grace of God, I am Honorable Dcn Harrison Akahome, a frontline aspirant for the position of the House of Assembly, Igueben State Constituency. By the special grace of God, under the platform of the Young Progressive Party, YPP.
Okay.
Thank you.
YPP.
Yes, the Young Progressive Party.
New one, right?
Yeah.
It's a new one, right?
You said?
So that's a new party, right?
Yes, a new party, but has been on ground for barely 5-6 years now.
5-6 years. Wow, funny enough, this is the first time I'm hearing of it. But it's good that at least, apart from the gladiator who had in the industry, something new is coming into the arena. All right.
Yes.
So good to have you, like I said earlier. Now, as a politician and as a businessman, I want to start my question with this. What do you understand by the word leadership?
So many people have different perspective on how they see leadership. But to me, I see leadership as servanthood. I see leadership as servanthood. Leadership, the way it was supposed to be, or biblically, as a leader, you're supposed to be a servant to your people. But as I initially said, leadership to me is servanthood. You are opportuned or privileged to be a leader.
Okay.
To serve the people you are leading, not the people serving you. But it's quite unfortunate today in Nigeria per se, the leaders we have is the people serving the leaders, rather than the leaders serving the people, which is not supposed to be. The leader is supposed to serve the people. But what we see today is the people serving the leaders. And that is a wrong phenomenon about leadership. So I think leadership is an attitude one develop to serve his people effectively, efficiently, and otherwise.
Okay. So that there's no problem. So are you saying that the kind of leadership we have in Nigeria is not what we ought to have?
Yes, yes.
And then would you say that most of the problems we have in Nigeria can be attributed to this lack of understanding of leadership in Nigeria?
Of course. Of course, because a situation whereby the leader does not even know that he is supposed to serve the people, what do you expect?
And even if people do not even know that the leader is supposed to serve them.
You see, what you see is in the contrary then. You see it's opposite in terms of infrastructure, social amenities, different things just like that. Because the people get a wrong meaning of this leadership, and the leader per se has a wrong meaning of leadership. Okay.
So if you were to advise those in leadership position, what would have been, what do you think they should do right? People in leadership, and then even the people that is being led, what do you think we can all do right in Nigeria? Because so many things right now seriously are going haywire, and then nobody seems to know how to rectify and then make amends in all these things. So as somebody that knows how or what leadership should be, what would you recommend in Nigeria's leadership?
Fine. If I could say anything about that, I believe it's all leaders, or if you are on the seat of leadership, you are supposed to develop that spirit of leadership. Read books. You should try and copy the Western people on this same leadership, because they knows what leadership is all about. We don't know it, but we just claim we know it. And you know how it got to this point. It still boils down to the people at the masses per se, or let me put it this way, the electorates. Okay. They don't try to know more about a personalities before electing person into elective positions, or appointing somebody into this position to lead.
Okay.
You know more about the person.
Okay.
The ability of the person to lead.
Okay.
If people organize a program, try to hear from the person what he or she has to offer, then you will know if he's a true leader.
Oh, no.
Then that of those the leadership, the leaders per se, you just need to develop yourself. Okay. You read books, you listen to books, you try to do things that you know will not be of benefit to your people.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So are you of the opinion that when electing people into different positions, that what the masses should look out for is not the party they represent, but the individual itself? Are you of that opinion?
Yeah. Yes, I'm strongly of that opinion.
Okay.
Look at the individual in person and not the party.
Okay.
What has the person to offer, or what has he offered in the past? You understand? If the person happens to be a businessman, an entrepreneur like as I am now, you try to track my record and see areas I have led and come up with results. You understand? Not just because the party has produced this person, everybody will just get it wrong like that. So that's how I see it. You check someone's track record. You track his record back.
So I would guess you have a whole lot of that.
Welcome.
Good to hear. Thanks so much for that again. And you are a businessman, right?
Yeah, by the grace of God.
You are a businessman, and you believe so much in entrepreneur. Now, would you please explain the relationship between entrepreneurial and abilities and in development?
Okay.
Okay.
Presently in Nigeria, I will really advise Nigerians in the forthcoming 2023 election not to vote politicians, but they should vote successful entrepreneurs. I know your question you ask, I'm coming somewhere.
Yeah.
Because at the present stage of this country now, the country is seriously into economic quagmire, economic meltdown. By so doing, it's leading into various crimes in the society where the youths are arrested. But by the time Nigerians voting entrepreneurs, they know how to up the situation, boost the economy. Entrepreneurship is all about production, manufacturing, development. Number one, production, manufacturing, we boost in development. We'll bring about development. A situation whereby what we consume is more than what we produce in the society. What do you expect? There is total failure then. And that is exactly what Nigeria is facing today. Entrepreneurship is all about enhancing skill sets and enhancing the entrepreneurs' skill sets, developing on human resource capital to yield results for the economy. Okay?
Okay. All right. So if you were to have your will, how do you think this can be implemented? How do you think it can be implemented?
Yes. By the grace of God, in my little way, if by the grace of God I am supported and voted in by my people to represent the good people of Igueben constituency at the state level, I will help to promote and make laws to enhance entrepreneurship in my constituency. How do I be able to get to do that? I will develop human capitals, acquisition. I will build the youth on acquiring skills. And for that of the women, by the special grace of God, I'm going to help to make laws at the state level that we attract the government, as in giving some helping loans with low interest rates to boost entrepreneurship and business in my constituency. Because that is the main problem of Igueben as a local government now. Nothing is happening. Nothing is happening. The youths are there, restive. Unemployment is the order of the day. But by the time the government cannot produce or cannot get where this youth can work and earn, at least get something at the end of the month. That will be the order of the day. And I keep saying this. I have said this and I keep saying it. You will see those aspirants yearning for or aspiring for the position of the president today. They will tell you, if I'm elected by the people of Nigeria in less than 100 office, I will produce job opportunity of 100 million or 50 million people, workers, this, that. Not that it's wrong, but it's easier said than done. But I think it would be better if they can invest on small-scale businesses. By the time somebody that has this skill of hairdressing can have 8 or 10 apprentices in a workshop or an apartment where she does her business, and these people are trained, automatically they are employer of labor. They are employer of labor. By so doing, if they can get in the locality of 100 places like that, And these various entrepreneurs, they get at least five persons. You know, that one must have reduced youth restiveness in the society. Rather than the politicians, they come out to say, I will make opportunity of 10 million job opportunity for in less than my 100 days in office. They are just saying that. They don't know how to go about it. That's why
it's are not there. Okay, are you, in this regard, are you advocating grassroots development?
Exactly. Exactly. That's why I said investing on small scale businesses. Investing on small scale businesses. There is nothing wrong if the government can help to train our youths on various skills. Then at the period of their training, they are giving them little assistance to follow up with their training. And at the end of the period of training, they are being empowered in various areas of training. For instance, those that are training, that are learning this fabrication, at the end of their period of training, not only giving them the money to go and get this equipment, the government can order for this equipment and give it to them. By so doing, when they go there, they are going to employ people. They are reducing unemployment in the society. So it is, I think, is the best way for the government to reduce youth restiveness and unemployment in the society.
I get you right. Now, what you just explained, this responsibility ought not to be the primary duty of the presidency alone. Okay, if I get you right, I think you are trying to, like, it's if we can see a situation where a development becomes a collective responsibility of the councillors, the local government chairman, the governors, and then it trips down to the presidency as well. Is that what you are trying to explain? Because you discover that when anything happens, what we all look up to is presidency. Now we forget the responsibility and then the role of the local government chairman, councillors, even the traditional rulers. Okay? So can you just talk to us about that? What is our responsibility? Are they supposed to come in, or should everything be left to those at the top, which is presidency?
You have helped me to answer that. Let me just throw a little light on that. That is why I'm sorry to use this word, leadership in all spheres, in all areas of governance, they have failed. They have failed. The area of implementation, they have failed. And in the area of making these policies, like what I'm going for now, as a legislator, we have to make policies. Leaders in these areas, they have failed. They have failed totally. Then those that are supposed to implement it, they have also failed. That is why we find ourselves in this present situation today in Nigeria. The role of entrepreneurship or leadership to boost the economy can never be overemphasized, one, and it can never be left in the hands of the president or the governors. Even down to the councillors, they are supposed to support this idea of entrepreneurship. They are supposed to support the idea of entrepreneurship. The area we actually need the presidency is not on the area of security. Security, the presidency, the president, the governments, they are supposed to provide security. And with what we are even seeing now in Nigeria, security is not to be left only in the area, in the hands of the president or the governors again. It's every man's duty on your own. If I may digress a little bit, some time ago, amongst the humanitarian services I have rendered in my constituency, Igueben local government, even if I'm not elected yet, is the area of the support of the vigilante core group. To be precise, on the 10th day of December 2021 year, I donated some security gadget system or cell phones to enhance the security system in my local government. And I know we are coming to that. By the grace of God, I have about 6 manifestos for my people if I am elected in there as the next House of Assembly member representing the Igueben constituency at the state level. I have 6 already. I've been able to attend to 2 among 6. I'm not elected yet. And what you're saying now, they are among all what I have as my manifestos. If you permit me to go that now.
On that. And we do hope that even after that, you're going to have time to talk about your party. And then we would like to have the chairman, the head, the top leaders of your party on this show as well. So for now, let's just look at what we have at hand.
Okay.
There's no problem. You've actually brought it back to my next question. Igueben local governments. Okay, we are from there. You are from there, and I happen to be from there as well. Yeah, we are great people. We know that. And then a few months back, we heard the story that the College of Education in Igueben was being moved or closed down for a reason that was not given. Although I've not heard I've not heard anybody or anyone coming out to say one or two things about it. But I want you to throw light on this. Was there any problem in the institution before it was shut down?
Actually, I would say the institution was running good, running well. Though they were not having the necessary support from the state, as regard to infrastructures and social amenities needed by the staffs and students there. But it was going fine, the best of my knowledge. I could remember vividly when the governor came to our palace. He met with our Royal Highness and his cabinet. Yes, His Excellency Governor Obaseki. He came to solicit for our support to vote him in for his second term.
Okay.
And I remember vividly, along with his speech, that fateful day, he said, the only College of Education in Igueben is going to upgrade it. And we're all happy. Upgrading it in the sense that the place is, so many of the structures are totally dilapidated. Then he's going to make sure those things are put in place and make sure the place is upgraded from just a mere College of Education to meet up to standard, if possible, even set international standard. But I'm really, really disappointed in what we saw immediately he was sworn in for a second term. He took those important courses from that school, College of Education in Igueben land, Igueben local government, and at the same time, the only College of Education in the Eastern land among the 5 local governments occupied by the Eastern-speaking people. He carried away those important courses from there and took them to Abuja. Lo and behold, precisely on the 18th day of April, we saw they have pasted everywhere. The place is shut down. I have a copy of that post. If you want me to send it to you, I will still send it. I have gone there, I have snapped it myself. I have the copy of the closure. Then he in his speech, he slighted the entire people of Igueben by telling lecturers there to go and look for secondary schools where they will apply and they will not post them there. That is, use them from being a lecturer to a teacher. And it pains me that as we speak, no single political leader that claims to be representing us in the government there has spoken a word as regards this till today as we speak. No political leader in the APC, no political leader in the ruling party PDP, the ruling party in the state, has spoken anything about it. I waited patiently for 1 week, 2 weeks, and this is 1 month after. Nobody has spoken anything about that. By the grace of God, I'm using this opportunity to tell my good people of Igueben.
What I want to ask you now is this. I actually got a call from there a few days back, and there's some persons telling me that they claim that the college has been shut down were false. How is that?
It's not false, it's true. That is completely true. I was there a couple of days ago too. Nothing is going on there. As a matter of fact, those 100 level students were giving back their school fees they paid for admission. Everything they paid for admission was refunded back to them. So how do you expect the place to be in a working position now? Nothing is going on there. Nothing is going on. It's quite sad.
It's so strange because according to me, I think that College of Education in that place was actually a means to entrepreneurial development in the land itself. But now we'll look at it from the other perspective. Now the people are not talking, the leaders are not talking. Okay. Now, do you think even if people understand the repercussion, okay, of what just happened? I don't think they do. So what does it have? What negative impact does it have on the people of Igueben, the shutdown of this institution?
So many. The consequences of what has happened, or the implications of what has happened, is only God that will help. It can never be overemphasized. Number one, economically, as we speak, apart from that school, College of Education in Igueben, there is no other institution there that can boost the economy of that place. No other institution. And as we speak, we only have one bank operating there. Since the day that school was shut down, we have if you go to the bank presently now, it's just almost like a graveyard. They are working as if they are not working, because it has affected the bank too.
Definitely.
You know what education is? Education institution is in a community. Number one, those people that happens to be agents, you have taken food from their mouth completely. Those people that entrepreneurs that may decide to build hostels, they can't go there to develop. As I speak, I bought some places there where I wanted to develop anywhere from now. You don't expect me to invest my money in building hostels there when the school is shut down. Or do you want to rent the apartment? Should I go and bring people from other cities to stay that place? Or do you expect people that are schooling in Ekboma to have their accommodation in Igueben? It has killed down the business completely. As I speak, it is only God. And by the time I'm voted in, I know things, they will reverse things by the special grace of God.
How do you intend to do that? And as an Igueben man, what do you think the people ought to do at this level?
Yes. I will start by saying, if we are wise, we should completely do away with PDP and APC in Igueben. That will only be what will help our people. It pains me so much to see young youths still being praise singers for these leaders that have succeeded in destroying the place. There is a local government running there that is supposed to check the affairs and bring in some development to its standard and level. There is a representative in the House of Assembly, Igueben constituency there. I don't want to mention name. But what can they tell us they have done to help the place? If you permit me to use this word, Igueben amongst land, amongst the 5 local governments occupied by the Esan-speaking people, is far beyond development in all ramifications compared to other local governments and land in Edo Central. Why? Because we don't have representatives to attract this development. They are not helping matters. Nothing as I speak, apart from that election that is being carried, that is being shut down now. What else can you call or name? It's only God. It's really a sad scenario.
Honorable, now is this a clarion call? This is a clarion call to all sons and daughters of Igueben, both at home and in diaspora. Are you using this clarion call to all of them?
Yes. I think this is the main reason I came out on here. Because I don't know how to visit them one after the other to tell them that we should stand for our rights. We should cry out for the government to come to our aid. I don't know how to tell them that, because most of our people in the diaspora, they don't know what is going on here. They don't know what is going on here. They don't know what is going on in the local government sooner or later. We don't pray, the place will just be a complete village. Because there is nothing going on there. If we don't come together and cry out for the government to come to our aid.
How possible is it to still be able to bring this school back to Igueben?
Yes, yes. If I will tell you the truth, from all indications, the leaders from the angle of APC and PDP, they are not ready. I have done my inquiries, I've done some underground research to know what they are up to. But lo and behold, if I will tell you the truth, I know it's a bitter truth, but we just have to speak it. They are not ready. They don't have anything to do about it. They are just self-centered. And as I speak, they handle the campaign more than the bringing back the College of Education in the Clevenard. They are seriously campaigning on how they get the support of the governor and manage their various positions they are aspiring for. Maybe that of the House of Assembly, the House of rep at the federal level, Senate, and so on. That's what they are just after. Politics. They are not after the development, the progress of the place.
Do this, but isn't it possible that the reason it was actually moved from that place or shut down by the state government was for the benefit of the land itself?
Please come back again.
I'm trying to ask a question. Do you think the state government is justified? Don't you think it's justified in the action it took in shutting down the institution? Because there could be other issues that you and I are not saying. Okay, that was affecting the school that we are not aware of. Do you think there was anything like that?
No. I totally disagree with you. There is no laid down plans on that to either upgrade the place or build a better institution. And if that were to be, closing the place is not an option. They can go ahead. There are some local governments in this nation today, they have more than 1, 2, 3 institutions. And you can see the economic effects of that to the community. You can't tell us you have a good plan for the people and you close down the only tertiary institution in the place. You know what tertiary institution brings to a place? So many things follows. So many developmental activities follows. Those that are selling pure water, they can make their living from there. Those that are selling peanuts, those are traders, they make their living because of the presence of the institution in that place. And the situation is as bad as that. I can't sleep over this issue. Anytime it comes to my brain, I just tell God, please send me to help my people. That is just what I can say, because I know.
Thank you so much for that. And you just made a statement. You said the activities going on in that place is not favorable to you. Okay, and then in that regard, you want to come in one way or the other and make sure that some developmental plans are made in that place. And that is why you are coming up under the flag of a YPP, which is a Young People's Party. Oh,
yes.
Okay. Now, I want to ask you, Young Party, as you rightly said, what is it all about? What are your plans? What are your manifestos? If you believe that development in a nation actually has to start from the grassroots, what are you doing? What are your party doing to make sure that what we've not witnessed in other parties that we'll be voting in, we get it this time around?
Okay, thank you very much. I have been waiting patiently to really throw light on this. We are the Young Progressive Party, YPP. Number one, we are young at heart, full with the spirit of leadership. and at the same time, servanthood. And the slogan of the party is service to the people. The Young Progressive Party, when you say YPP, will say service to the people. That is to say, we are trained to serve the people, not the people serving us. You know, we started by saying, I started by defining or explaining what true leadership is, which I told you is servanthood. And today in Nigeria, we are getting it wrong, both in the area of leaders and in the area of their followers or their masses. The followers think they are to serve the leaders, and the leaders are accepting it that my followers are to serve me. That's where we are getting it all wrong. But YPP as a party is not that. We are set to change the narrative. We are set to change the horrible situation of this country. As we speak, this country, if you permit me to say this, if God don't intervene come 2023, we are on the gun march, we are on the gunpowder, the gun march trying to explode. I don't know if you get me. Yes. My saying that is what we are saying today. Corruption is the order of the day, which YPP is against, totally against corruption. Underdevelopment, we are fighting against it even before we go there. Like what I told you now, as an aspirant, as a candidate representing my party YPP, I have 6 manifestos. I've been able to achieve 2 to the best of my to my capacity. I have been able to achieve 2 out of 6. I have not been elected yet, but I've been able to achieve 2. Some time ago, I distributed books, writing materials to 12 public schools in the local government. I started from Utanta Primary School. I went to Udumeka Primary School. I went to Iguare Primary School. I went to Yekoke. I went to Primary School at Udo. I went to Afuda. Name them. Share this writing material is among my, as a matter of fact, it's number 5th of my manifesto. Launch an academic support scheme for indigent students. That is what we are. We have we are young at heart to serve the people, not the people serving us. That is one of our priorities as white people. And this opportunity today to beg Nigerians generally, let's give YPP a try, and we will get the best out of it.
Yes, all right. Thank you so much, Honorable. You just made mention of 2 of your manifestos. Can we get to hear all that 4?
Okay. I have 6 manifestos here with me, and just because of the recent development and closure of the only college of education in Igueben and Eastern land at large, I decided to make it 7. Now, my first manifesto is a covenant to attend plenary at all times, facilitate and promote people-oriented laws. Then now, the second one was supposed to be lead the fight against insecurity by supporting and investing in neighborhood watch in Igueben, which I have started, providing some security measures or security equipment to enhance the security system. So my number 2 manifesto now will now be how I can reinstate that college of education in my 100 days in office at the special grace of God. As a matter of fact, if my people give me the necessary support and elect me as the next House of Assembly representing the good people of Igueben constituency, going there to fight that fight. And I will make sure I bring it up back in a better way, or better than the way it was, by the grace of God.
And we do hope that when you get there, you are able to implement all that you are giving us today, because we've had leaders that have come up with things like this. But at the end of the day, once they step into that place, is as usual, no man's story. So we're wishing you all the best.
Can I tell you what?
Yeah.
Okay. You know why people or candidates, they will make so many manifestos when they get there, they are not able to carry out even one? One of the reasons is the leadership, the leaders in that constituency. Will you permit me to explain?
Yeah, I wanted to even answer.
Some leaders, when they succeed by pushing their candidates into that position, their candidates emerge that position, they give wrong advice to their candidates. They will tell the candidates, please, whatever money you are supposed to use to carry out all these assignments, give us our own. And YPP is strongly against that. That is why I come to tell you categorically, there is no difference between PDP and APC. Because it's the leaders around that place that tells the person in position, please, we would prefer you share our own for us, forget about the people. We know how to handle them. That is why I am saying this. And I'm appealing to every Igueben people to give a listening ear to what I am saying now. That I will never succumb to vested interests of political leaders in handling the affairs of Igueben constituency at the state level. I will not succumb to them. I will not follow their advice, because I already have that heart as being trained from my party I'm coming from to serve the people. I am not going there to make wealth. By the grace of God, I am blessed as an entrepreneur. My family, to the best to our level, we are doing fine. But I can never be there helping myself, and I cannot help my people. And the only way I can be of help to my people is to represent them and make sure these things work.
Yeah,
I have not given you all my manifestos yet.
Okay, let's hear them. You still have a lot of time.
Okay, yeah. I should start again.
Yeah, but just be brief on it.
Okay, 1, I promise my people I will attend plenary at all times, facilitate and promote people-oriented laws. Then now 2, in my 100 days of office, Igueben College of Education, we be reinstated. 3, lead the fight against insecurity by supporting and investing in neighborhood watch in Igueben land. I have started, and the computer will not be a problem. Therefore, to drive economic impact in Igueben through facilitating loans for small-scale business and promote everyday market. This is where the area of empowerment to the women, the middle-aged women and the women, the aged women comes in. Facilitating loans, influencing the government to do that through nearby bank. That is why we need more bank in Igueben, not only number. Facilitate women and youth empowerment, skill acquisition. By the grace of God, I will map out nothing less than 10 places each place representing each of the ward in Igueben local government, where youth and middle-aged girls, women can go and learn skills. As I speak, I'm working on that now. Even I'm not there yet. I'm working on that presently. Then number 6, I will launch an academic support scheme for indigent students. I have gone a long way in doing that, and I will perfect it by the special grace of God. When I'm there, I will do it more better. Then lastly, promote affordable Medicare by facilitating government intervention in our public health cares, which, as I speak, by June, by the special grace of God, I have paid 70% upfront. I am bringing in some medical personnel to start a eye outreach program, which will be going on annually in Igueben local government, and they are starting it from this month of June. They will come, check, do eye checkup, treat those that are having glaucoma and other eye defects, and provide glasses for the reading age. And God helping me, I will still do more than that.
Yes, if thanks so much, Honorable. Now, my last question will still be addressed to you and your party. Now, you've outlined the different promises we've heard from other parties that have been in existence, how they promise, and at the end of the day, implementing on their promises, we don't really get into it. Okay? Now, what is the evidence? Do you have any evidence that YPP will not do, or will not just become another party that we've been used to? Is there any evidence that something is different from other parties that we've had before now?
Yes. I have so many evidence. Presently, as we speak, the YPP has not been given the opportunity to lead people. Though they came out in the last election that puts this section in, we were not given the opportunity. But from our resources, the people have started feeling our impact. Like the last Nations Cup that was played between Nigeria and Ghana, I was in Abuja that day, where my national chairman, the president of Bishop Makiri, gave a leverage to about 5,000 people, free tickets to watch the match live at the stadium. And this same man, if you see his empowerment program, is using his hard-earned cash, you will know we are set to set.
Oh, yeah.
We have the person of Dr. Roya Taswe, which is the YPP chairman.
It's all right, Honorable. I would not want you to speak for your national chairman, okay? I want you to do us something. We are going to have another section with him as the national chairman of your party. I don't know if you can organize that. An interview of this regard. It's very, very important. Seriously, Nigeria needs to know him and then what his party has for Nigeria. Okay. I don't agree with me on that.
Yes, by the grace of God,
yeah, definitely, because you can't speak for yourself and also speak for him. We want to hear what he has for Nigeria. So if you can help us make that arrangement by bringing him on board on Clevenard TV, it will be a very good opportunity for him to speak to our audience.
I'm promising Clevenard TV, I will bring in the person of the chairman and the national chairman. But you know why I'm able to speak for them is because I am in the city. And I'm very, very happy to be a YPPian. I'm very, very happy to flag up under the platform of YPP. And I pray my people here in Igueben, they will understand my plight. They will key into the dream, and Igueben will be that place. And Igueben will be great.
Less than 3 minutes to go. I would like you to just give us a last word for 2023 general election.
Oh, thank you. I want to thank the good people of Igueben, Edo State, and Nigeria at large. 2023 election at the corner, very, very close to us. I will use this opportunity or this medium to adjourn every Nigerian to watch the candidates they are in their vote. They people vote because of money. Because these politicians that are there, they claim that they have paid the people. Hence, they do all sorts of nonsense. They fraud the whole system. They corrupt let me not go there now. They steal, and you can question them. Plus, on their election day, they give electorates 1,000 naira, 2,000 naira, and the electorate sold their votes. And there is no amount of cost or sweat you give to this politician that it will happen because he has paid you for the 4 years. So I'm using this opportunity to appeal to Ma?
We cost or whatever, it doesn't affect them because we sold ourselves to them.
Yes, yes, and that is why one of the area the YPP is against again. We don't buy votes. We go to the polling unit and we stand the chance of enlightening the people on our campaign, and on the polling units. If we win, we win. If the people don't vote us in, we don't have problem. But we are strongly against rigging of election. We will not let it go this time around.
Thanks so much, Honorable Harrison Akahome. It's good. It's been a wonderful 1 hour with you on the program, and we are happy that you were able to make my opinion on Clevenard TV. Thanks so much for coming, and we do hope that, according to what you just said, we are going to be seeing more of you and your party members coming to give us 1 or 2 things that we should look out for in 2023 election. Thanks so much, and I pray also that God grants every desires of yours. So that's all.
Amen.
And then thank you so much, my viewers, for the past 1 hour or thereabout. You've stayed tuned to us, listening to this broadcast. Okay, so to come your way next week with another explosive interview on this platform, is a bye from here. I remain Frank Alide Mudia. Goodbye.
Thank you very much.